Welcome, I'm Video Guy 316, but you can call me Doug. This is a video response for John Wade Boggs fan, and it's in honor of his channel hitting the milestone of 1,500 subscribers. So as part of that celebration, he's asked those in the community to show their favorite card and the backstory on it. This is my favorite card, and this is its story. Now, to kind of set the stage and the circumstances surrounding my favorite card, we have to go back to 1992. I'd only been married for really just a few months when this card came into my life. So at the time, for entertainment, my wife and I used to go to the malls because we didn't make any money. In fact, most weeks we didn't have any money to put groceries on the table, let alone buy cards. So our entertainment was going to the mall. This particular Saturday was right after Christmas, and I knew we did have some money at the time because we would have gotten money from our parents and such. And so that particular Saturday, there was a card show at the mall. I was excited because, you know, it was cards, and my wife, not so much, but we went. And as we got in the mall, I started walking up towards the card tables and was looking around, and I came around to a particular table and noticed a card of my favorite player on my favorite team. The card was pretty off center, but other than that, it was in great condition. It had sharp corners, and it was just something that looked like it might be affordable for me. And so I was sitting there kind of staring at it for a while when the dealer finally noticed me and asked me if I'd like to see it. And of course I said yes. So he handed the card to me, and I couldn't believe that I was holding the card in my hand. Now, for most of you, maybe when you see the card, you'll wonder like, I wouldn't have looked at it. But in those days, in those circumstances, it was a card that I had dreamed of. I knew I couldn't afford other cards of this player. I knew I couldn't afford, his rookie or the most expensive card of his. But this was a card that I thought would be obtainable. And it was my favorite design at the time. So I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I looked at it. I looked at it for so long. In fact, my wife came up and kind of nudged me and, trying to get me to move and go. And I asked the dealer how much it was. The dealer told me the price, and my wife, who was still standing next to me, nudged me and said, "Why don't you get it?" As you can imagine, I had all these thoughts going through my head, one of excitement, but I also had fear because I knew we really shouldn't be spending that amount of money on a piece of cardboard. She nudged me again and said, "Let's get it." Well, how could I turn that down? The price I paid was $200 that I remember. And looking back, I want to think that I negotiated a better price, but in all reality, I probably didn't. I also don't quite remember how we actually paid for it, but I'm hoping we took money out of the ATM. Knowing us at the time, we probably put it on a credit card. By the way, don't ever do that. Regardless, we paid. He handed me this card, and I've kept it in my collection ever since, and just got it graded late last year. It's a beautiful 3.5. It's off center as can be. And did I pay too much for this card? I'll let you be the judge. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I also didn't trade my wife. We're still married. Thanks for watching.